guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll really appreciate it. So today I'll be teaching us how to make this trendy bubu with the collar effect. So first of all, I'll be taking my sleeve, neck and sleeve measurements, which will be 20 inches. So I'll mark 20 inches on the shoulder. Then I'll come down by 10 inches for the round sleeve. I'll still mark my 20 inches down there and connect. So the next thing is for me to take my hip measurement, shoulder to the hip. I'll make use of 26.5 inches. So on that hip line, I'm making use of 41 inches for my hip. So 41 divided by 4 is 10.25 inches. Then I'll be adding 5 inches for ease. So that is making a total of 15.25 inches. So I'll be connecting from my sleeve down to the hip measurement. So I'm marking it down. I'll just go straight down. So I forgot to tell you that this fabric I folded into 4, that is for the back and the front. They are both the same measurement. No zip allowance, nothing. Then I'll proceed and cut. I've cut out the excess. So I've taken out one of the fabric and I'm working with one for now, which is the back. So for my neck, I'm making use of 3.5 inches by 2 inches. 3.5 inches by 2 inches. Then I'll make my rectangular shape and curve it a little bit. Then I'll cut. As you can see, that is just the back piece. Then I'll be moving to the front piece. So please just make sure that your fabric is intact. I'm making use of 3.5 inches by 10 inches. 3.5. I'll mark 3.5. Give my rectangular shape. I just need to be accurate. So that is 3.5 inches by 10 inches. So on the down part of the 3.5 inches, I'll be marking 1 inch, just 1 inch. This is not the regular V that is really pointed at the mouth. So I'll just connect from the shoulder to where my 1 inch is. Then I'll proceed and cut. You just need to be careful, don't go in too much. So you can see how neatly I've cut. So please, when you're cutting that 1 inch area, please be careful. So now I've placed both the front and the back together, front to front. Yes, so at the shoulder area, I'll either use my pin or I'll go to my machine to secure the shoulder part. Just secure it by half inch down, then half inch down. So I'll go to my machine and sew. So as you can see, I've joined my shoulder together, and at the neck area I'll be taking the measurement round. I'm taking it round so that I'll know what I'll use in cutting my neck piece. So as you can see, I have 31.5 inch, then I'll be adding extra 1 inch, making it 32.5, just for it to be longer. I prefer for it to be longer than for the material to be shorter. So this is my Duchess fabric, which I'll be using for the neck design. So I folded my fabric into two, so I'm making use of 2.5 inches. So the half inch will be for sewing allowance. So I'll just take my scissors and trim a little bit so that it will be straight. Then I'll mark my 32.5 inches down. As you can see, 32.5 inches. Then I'll mark 2.5 inches. So that's a mistake. 2.5 inches down. Then I'll cut. I'll gently cut it straight. It should be very neat and straight. So as you can see, I have my 5 inches. Yeah. So I'll be putting paper stay on this because I don't like the way the fabric is a little bit light. So when I put paper stay, I'll secure my fabric with pin. I'll just hold it half inch. So for this, you just come down a little bit, come down by half inch. So I'll secure with my pin so that it won't give me issue when I'm sewing on the machine. So that is how I'll just sew round, secure it round. So now, as you can see, I have my collar, and as you can see, the down part is longer. It's better for it to be longer, trust me, than for it to be shorter. So I'll just trim it off, trim off the excesses. I'll arrange it well. You need to be very careful. You need to arrange it very well. Then use pin to secure it. Love the way my collar is standing. Remember to use paper stay, not gum stay. Gum stay might be too thick for it. Paper stay is very fine. So I'll go to my machine and stitch on it neatly. So this is my chest design, and I'll be making use of 11 inches by 11 inches. You can decide to make it bigger depending on how your customer wants it. But my customer wants it just moderate. So that's why I'm using 11 inches by 11 inches, and it will still come out very nice. 11 inches by 11 inches. Then I'll cut it. Neatly cut the box shape, or the square shape rather. So as you can see, I've neatly cut out my box design, and you can give it any shape. You can give it triangular shape, rectangular shape, anyone. Just play around with it. Then I'll be marking 4 inches by 5 inches. 4 inches by 5 inches. Then I'll connect to each other. As I said before, you can give it any kind of shape you want. Just be creative about it. So this is the design that my customer wants, and I'm going to be making use of paper stay to make it have a thicker effect. Then I'll go to my pressing table, use the iron, and iron in half inch round. Iron in half inch round it. So you just iron it round, then I'll show you. Okay, I've gone to my ironing table, I've ironed the paper stay, and I've also folded half inch. As you can see, the half inch that I folded was round. So I measured the middle of that point, the middle point of the neck, and also the middle point of the box design. So I'll be placing it together, the middle with the middle. Then I'll open up, so from inside stitch it in under half inch that I ironed. Then it will fall back this way. So let me go and stitch. So as you can see, I've stitched on it half inch. I just made use of half inch to sew. Then I'll go back to my machine, then sew on top neatly, round it. I'll not sew the upper, just the four side that I'm remaining. Yeah, so as you can see, I've sewn on top of it, and it's neat. Please make sure it's very neat. Can't you see how beautiful our design is. So for the sleeve, you can decide to fold half inch inwards. Yes, you can decide to half inch inwards, or you use the black doll chest to do a turn up hand. So to do a turn up hand, anyone that you want. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Love you.